All right, Apple's WWDC 2026 keynote just finished, and these are the 6 essential things that I think are actually worth your attention in about 5 minutes. So we need to talk about the new Siri AI and a bunch of low-key announcements that I think were easily missed in this keynote, but actually made me sit up and get really excited. We're talking real agentic AI fully integrated into your apps and systems across your devices, and it might finally be landing properly in the Apple ecosystem. So the big one first, Siri got a proper overhaul, and for once it might be the real thing, although I did say that last year. So the new Siri AI. Now this is the big one. It's completely rebuilt on Apple Intelligence, and it looks like it does finally feel like the assistant we were promised years ago. There's a dedicated Siri app now. It understands your personal context. It's aware of what actually is on your screen, and the clever bit is that it can do things inside a lot of the apps rather than just open them. And what's nice is that they're syncing this across all of your devices using iCloud privately right down to your Apple Watch, although they said they're working on that bit. Now, we've been hearing about this for a while, and it sounds like the framework is a kind of quiet behind-the-scenes collaboration with Google Gemini, as we all kind of knew, running through Apple's own on-device models and private cloud compute. The most promising bit that I thought, though, here was that you can have meaningful, long conversations in the app and in the context of wherever you're working or from that home button. So it genuinely feels like a computer interface with an LLM. So yeah, they basically built ChatGPT and Claude, but Apple wrapping up Gemini. So I've just been filming a full video digging into whether any of this is any good. So I'll link that below when it's ready, but it's coming out on Friday, straight after this one. But before we all get too carried away, here's the reality check. And it's a big one. To actually run the proper top-tier on-device Siri AI, you need an iPhone Air or an iPhone 17 or newer. Anything older simply won't manage the best features. Pair that with the fact that it's not coming to Europe or China at launch because the EU are stopping it and so on. And of course that this is all going to be released in the autumn, and you end up in a slightly odd spot. It's a huge release that's also, at the moment, unclear if most people can have it. So it's great if you happen to live in the right place and own the newest hardware. Either way, I'm happy that they're making this move. I'm a little sad we didn't get to see like select your own LLM. I would have loved to have seen options for Claude to be selected on it, but you can't have everything. I love how Notion do that, for example, with Notion Agent, but not happening. There were rumors. Oh well. So I genuinely want to know what you think about this. Is a flagship feature like this fair enough given what it takes to run, or does locking it to the latest priced phones and a handful of countries take the shine off it? Let me know how you feel in the comments, but yeah, it's promising. That's really the theme of Apple's whole approach to AI, clearly. In fact, given the Pope's recent essay on AI and humanity, I think they might have been listening to it, because they're making a loud noise about telling everyone to slow down and think about the consequences. I don't mind that at all. As they said, while everyone else is racing to build the biggest, cleverest model and win that AI race, Apple isn't playing that game. I mean, maybe they tried and had to wait a bit, or they tried and realised they couldn't and then did something different. But either way, I'm happy about this. They're competing where the AI lives and how it feels to use. And I think that's bang on Apple's raison d'etre. Fantastic. They're keeping it private, they're keeping it on device, and they're keeping it a little more human, thinking about how it's useful and how it works. Now, that's a shame if you don't like how they do it, but it looks promising. Slower, yes. Whether that turns out to be quietly brilliant or just a bit behind, we'll find out in the autumn. Image Playground grows up. I always thought this was a bit of a gimmick, and they really made a noise about it. And yes, it was quite cool, but a bit cartoony and odd. Now, it looks serious. We now get photorealistic image generation. It can reference your own photo library, and the whole interface looks like it's going to feel a bit more serious. The editing tools have clearly come on too. They've got a smarter cleanup that will not leave a weird blurry bend in your lamppost, an extend tool that changes your aspect ratio, a bit like that Photoshop background reframe, and then spatial reframing. If you took a picture of your dog and wanted to step round to the right and see it from a different angle, you could do that now. Although I'll admit it does nudge us a little further into that uncomfortable post-truth side of AI image making. What do you think? I'm really excited about this. I think it's actually my favorite. You can now build shortcuts just by describing them in plain language. The example that sold me was when I leave work, message my partner when I'll be home, and it quietly chains together your location, your travel time from maps, and the message itself. And it all builds an automation automatically for you to do this when you literally leave. That's the sort of thing that used to cost you an afternoon and a deep dive tutorial to make in Apple Shortcuts. Now you can ask for it. And you know what? It's going to make customizing your iPhone and iPad with my minimal icon packs really easy. So yeah, check them out in the description below and make your iPhone look like this and get automations to change them when you want them. So on Mac, it looks like the new Siri AI could be at its low-key best, right inside Spotlight. You ask it a question, and it looks like it opens a little context window, reads through your files, searches your mail and messages, and works across your apps. So it genuinely starts to feel like AI becoming a proper collaborator on your computer. I've played with this with Claude, find these files in Claude Cowork and then take action. This could be properly integrating with your Mac device. I think this is going to be quite a big deal if it works. It will mean that you can highlight things in your folders and ask questions about them, get it to edit them. It's cool. There's this whole run of smaller touches through the ecosystem that they focused on that all share that same idea. Just talk to your device like a human. You can type calendar entries in plain English, which I've loved in things like Todoist or Fantastical for years, and it's lovely to see it built in natively. Now, I think this is the area that Apple can really shine in this AI world. That natural integration and ease of use as you're working on your computer. They don't need to go and compete with the LLM models. They need to get those LLM models into their systems and apply them cleverly. And this is super cool. And probably my favorite low-key under the radar part of this is your passwords app can quietly go through your site and fix the weak passwords for you. Safari will bundle your tabs into topics. Mail and messages are getting more useful suggestions. None of this is flashy on its own, but put together under the surface. Oh, it's very Apple, isn't it? And well, we have to wrap up here with a couple of fun ones worth celebrating. The whole platform got quicker, which it will open with around 30% faster app launches and photos loading up to 70% faster. I wish they wouldn't do the up to, it just isn't a figure, is it? Anyway, these features run right back as far as iPhone 11, so that's great to see. They're supporting more devices. Tim Cook also signed off rather personally this year, and there was an actual app wrap to close the event, which, come on, it was genuinely excellent, wasn't it? So the question I keep coming back to this year from WWDC is this. Is this the year Siri finally gets good? Is it? I mean, I said it last year, but this might actually be it. Let me know what you think. My full breakdown is going to be right here as soon as it's ready, end of the week. But I'd genuinely love to know which of these you're most excited about. And check this out for why your iPhone is even better when you start vibe coding your own apps. It's easier than you think. Bye.